Hello and welcome back to the 410 Show. My name is Adrian Pope, your host, and as promised, brick by brick by brick, another brick is funneled in here to the 410 Show studios, an exclusive brick, might I add, Mr. Chet Pajardo. For those of you who don't know Mr. Chet, A JEFE Lifestyle is all I'm going to say. Mr. Chet comes all the way from California to see us here at the 410 Show studios, so I can't tell you how excited I am right now that Mr. Chet is in here. Thank you for showing up, Mr. Chet.
Thank you for having me, Adrian. I really appreciate that, young man.
Man.
Thank you for the positive intro and everything. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, yes. Man, Mr. Chet, I can't even tell you once again how much of an honor it is to have you in the studios with me. I know off camera we've shared a bunch of different information with each other, so I look forward to us continue to build our relationship, Mr. Chet. Is what I'm gonna tell you. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely,
thank you for having
man.
me on the 410 podcast.
Absolutely.
If y'all haven't subscribed yet, please do.
Paying the bills down here.
I apologize.
Paying the bills down here.
I apologize. I didn't know we were
paying the bills. So Mr. Chet, starting off, first I need to ask you, how you doing, man? You had a flight all the way across country here. Tell me, was it a good flight?
It was an excellent flight because I landed safely in Baltimore, Maryland at BWI this morning.
Absolutely.
And, so yes, it was an excellent flight. And then I knew I was coming here to do your podcast, even though I'm in town for some other business. But I wanted to stop in. We hooked up, previous like off air, and we hooked up, and I liked your energy. So I said, let me participate on your podcast.
Well, man, God is good, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, Mr. Chet. He's big dog out here in the streets. You check him out here. I'm just gonna tell you right here, Mr. Chet actually came with gifts. Thanks again, Mr.
Absolutely.
Chet. This right here, 52 weeks. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you tell him, man. You're gonna tell him a little better than I can.
52 weeks of Jefe's inspirational quotes. Chet Pajardo, author of A JEFE Lifestyle as well. And this book basically takes you through a journey of self-mastery for one whole year. And it covers 4 areas: prayer, perspective, persistence, and prosperity. So each week you'll read a quote, and on that quote, you'll reflect on that quote.
Okay.
And as you reflect on that quote, you write down how it affected you. This the first quote. Can I give you one quote?
Sure.
One quote.
And by the way, y'all, this book is signed by Mr. Chet here, so you can't get this one. So you gotta see about getting it. You're going to have to get
Amazon.com or JefeLifestyle.com. As I was saying earlier, the book, the first week is love God, love yourself, love others. And then as you reflect on it, then as go through the week, you then actually put the application. One thing, you often get great quotes from people, mentors, inspire people, but oftentimes you don't have a section where you actually get to reflect on it and then put it to application. So 2 weeks from now, you can go back, see how that quote affected you, see your progress or where you think you want to continue to grow. So that's why I tell you it's a book of self-mastery.
Gotcha.
Even though each quote is individually by A JEFE Lifestyle, but it's a book of self-mastery. And I recommend
jewels,
y'all go out and
you
get
see
one.
all these jewels getting dropped on the table here. It's jewels, y'all.
And anybody that don't know, the word jefe means boss in Spanish. However, I turned it to an acronym meaning journey to economic freedom and empowerment through the 4 pillars of life.
I know about acronyms. I'm a Marine,
Absolutely.
so we deal with those
Simplify.
acronyms. Hoorah. So Mr. Chet,
yes.
I know you didn't come here to talk about this book, but obviously I gotta promote your album, man. And that's what we do down here at the 410 Show. You one of the greats that come from here. And matter of fact, we're gonna get into your story.
Okay.
Tell the people a little bit about where you came from here in the city and kind of all that, how that.
Well, I was born in West Baltimore. I'm originally from zip code 21215 as well as 21217. I'm a native of Baltimore. However, I currently reside in Woodland Hills, California, if anybody familiar with that, the Calabasas area. And I'm an author, but my biggest claim to fame is being a father.
Okay.
Right? I'm a business owner. I'm a life coach. So that's basically what I do these days.
Got you. So did you, coming up, did you play basketball, football? Because, we love the sports down here at the 410 Show.
Absolutely.
So,
I grew up playing basketball.
Okay.
It was one of my favorite pastimes at the time. And however, I learned from going to Dr. J 5-star basketball camp,
Okay.
that I had to learn to read and write a little better.
Okay.
Because I knew I didn't have the necessary skill sets to go to the next level as far as it meant collegiate-wise. And I was inspired by, I don't know if anybody, I know everybody know who this gentleman was inspired by as a youth. Muggsy Bogues, Mr. Tyrone,
Mr. Bogues.
Yeah, Curtis.
We just pulled up on us the
Oh,
other
he
day.
did?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
he
cool.
was standing there, and speaking of standing there with shirts, he was standing there with a 410 shirt like this right here, letting them know you gotta check us out down here.
Okay.
And this right here, you can't get this one either. You see what this says? Mr. Jefe himself is in the building, y'all. So yeah, man. He was down there. It was a lovely situation going on the other day, man. So that's cool that that's kind of.
He inspired me because I'm a small guy. I don't want to say short, but I'm a smaller guy.
I want you to know this, man. We kind of share that same situation.
Right.
Vertically challenged.
Right. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like the way you put that. Well, I was vertically challenged at the time, and at the time the coach was Gus at Walbrook Junction.
Okay.
And he wanted me to come play for them potentially, JV of course,
Sure.
and then work my way up to potentially varsity.
Okay.
However, when I went to, like I said earlier in the podcast, when I went to Dr. J 5-star camp, I realized that I did not personally have the skill set to play at the next levels. I was a great hustler. I was an average shooter at the time. But when you go to camp, you really see...
You can see where you stacked up.
You can see where you stacked up at.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I think Rodney Monroe was at the camp. A few other guys, because Dr. J personally hit at the camp. He had Andrew, Tony, Maurice, Chief, Moses Malone. I can't remember all the athletes that he had
Moses Malone, goodness
come
gracious.
to the camp.
Yeah.
So that was a very pivotal point for me. So at the time I was going to Father Charles A. Hall on Pennsylvania Avenue, and that's when a sister Coretta got to me and said, "Hey, I believe you're very talented book-wise, so I want you to apply for Baltimore Polytechnic Institute." And at that time I wound up applying for the school and got accepted in the A course.
Okay.
At the time.
That's a heck of a story, and the fact that you kind of recognize that, hey, I love the game, but these guys are here and I'm here and I may need to pivot and start doing something. Man, everybody doesn't catch on to that early on, and they keep going on and on, and they I'm not gonna say wasting time, but you took some of that time and you applied it elsewhere, and hey, look where we sitting at right now.
Thank you. Yes,
absolutely.
And I don't knock anybody that want to follow their dreams. You definitely should have a dream and purpose rather than right. However, I just knew that basketball wasn't going to be my vehicle to get me to the next level of life that I at that time wanted to have.
Right.
So
all right. So let's get past where we were just at there. We moved past the hoop dreams kind of sort of.
Right.
You mentioned to me one time that you still were involved with the game, right?
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about, moving forward, like how you evolved from playing the game to kind of like being still involved in the game, overseeing the players of the game?
Absolutely. So at that particular time, even though now I'm fast forwarding something.
Sure.
This is after 18 years of age.
Okay.
After I graduated from high school and was going to college. And then I wound up...
And what college did you go to again?
I went to several colleges, but I got my degree in business management from Coppin State. Now it's called Coppin University.
Okay.
But when I went, it was called Coppin State College.
Coppin State College.
I'm an alumni of Coppin State College.
Hey, man.
University.
Congratulations.
Coppin State University.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's a big, I don't have a degree, so, anybody that has a degree, not that I'm looking at you like, oh man, anything like that, but it's definitely respect because I know how much it takes to, sit down, grind, and get that degree.
Yeah, so many people didn't know that I had a degree because of the former occupation that I took on. So it's so amazing, like, cause people to this day that I meet and be like, oh, I didn't know you had an actual degree. Yeah, business management degree, and mine in entrepreneurship.
Okay, so yeah, you had the business management degree. Now you're taking that a little further, and you're kind of overseeing some players.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we were talking about the Dome.
Cloverdale.
Yeah.
I would help put together teams with other friends of mine that was in the basketball at that time.
Okay.
And then we would play, and then if we was up 50 or 60 points, they would let me in the game. We had to be up a lot, right? It couldn't be a close bonfire game.
They wanted to make it easy for you.
They wanted to make it easy so I could shine a little bit.
That's right.
So that's the only time I literally got in the game at times,
okay.
when we was up 30, 40, 2 minutes left. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
That's when the game is wide open, man. You can shoot a couple threes.
Right.
You know, you get away with a few things in the game.
And at that time, when we was hooping, threes wasn't as popular as it is
Sure.
Yeah, it was the old-fashioned three. You had to get fouled and then go to the foul line.
I forget, and actually I was out there with the legends, Leon Love, Skip Wise, Boxing.
Wow, you had everybody.
I was out there with the legends, and that was one of the things that came up is the three-point line and how that made the game a little bit different.
Yeah.
But those guys still were shooting threes.
Right.
Roger Dickens and those guys. I know I'm throwing some names out there.
Yes, you are. Heavy-hitters.
Those guys were doing their thing, man. So shout out to the legends again. Thank you for kicking it with your boy, man. It meant a lot to me.
Thank y'all for inspiring me as I grew up at that time as well.
Yeah, man. So all right, so we in the heyday of basketball in Baltimore. Because I'm telling y'all, if you don't know, that was the heyday in Baltimore
it was the
for
Dome
basketball.
of Cloverdale.
That's right.
At the particular time.
And I'm about to pull on you. I'm about to pull on you for this, man. We have a petition going around right now to keep the Dome open because they're actually talking about trying to shut the Dome in Cloverdale down. Maybe they're trying to do some other stuff with it. I don't care.
Right.
It's a historical site here. I want to try to keep that thing right where it's
And it's so crazy that you said it because I already signed a petition.
Oh,
and a lot of times when we go on these podcasts, if you drop a name, they always say you name clout chasing and whatnot. And I don't agree with that per se. But a good friend of mine, Al, sent me the petition.
Okay.
And then I signed the petition online.
That wouldn't happen to be Mr. Al Leslie, would
Yes,
it?
it would.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a small world. Shout out to Al Leslie, man. Another
we share the same birthday and everything.
You had the same birthday as
Yes.
Oh, man,
Al is,
that's a real good guy.
Yeah, and he went to Calvin as well.
Yeah,
and then I think that Bucknell.
Yeah, he went to Bucknell. He was the all-time leading scorer at Bucknell.
Yeah.
I forget. Was it Mike Muscala? I forget which guy it was that ended up breaking that. But yeah, he held that down for many years, and he ended up getting drafted to the Pacers. So yeah, man, good stuff. Man.
Yeah.
All right, so we in the heyday of Baltimore in the basketball. So, what did you get ready to become like the Baltimore Bullets owner? Were you looking to do something like that? I know you were business management, or kind of what was going on at the time?
Well, at that time, I loved basketball just that much.
Sure.
And it was a passion of mine, right? And I just wanted to be around the sport much as possible because I really enjoyed it. It helped me think. It helped me relax. It even built things inside of me as character-wise, because this life, oftentimes people think they're supposed to do it on their own, and I don't subscribe to that now.
Right.
I subscribe to it's better to do teamwork, collaborations. But unfortunately, in the United States in particular, we sometimes advertise self, me. And when I really look and reflect back on my life, I didn't do anything without the help of others because I couldn't do everything. So I thought used to be I'm a self-made this, I'm a self-made that. No.
It wasn't never self-made.
It was never self-made.
There's always going to be a support system, right?
I like to dismiss that. And those who want to keep claiming it, I don't knock them for claiming it. But me personally, I want to dismiss that because there's so many people help me through this journey. And there's so many names I probably can't even name on your podcast. I might be here for 2 to 3 days if I named every name that really helped me.
Long list.
Yeah, long list. So that's one thing I did like about playing sports because it brought camaraderie to each other, and it helped me in life itself.
There's plenty of life lessons in sports, and like I always say, people around me don't always share the same sentiment, but sports make the world go round. Literally. I mean, like
I had to think on that, but
sports makes the world go round.
Right.
I mean, just look at the FIFA World Cup. Look at the NFL when we get to the Super Bowl. Just look at the fanfare of the New York Knicks when they won. Look at the camaraderie. Now it wasn't all good up there in New York, but still, you saw New York elevate like you've never seen it in
many
50
years. I think Earl Pearl was the last time they won the championship.
So that's my kind of like my argument to what I just said is, hey, that we didn't have to think about. Look at what that did. Look at what sports did to that.
You're right. You're not wrong. Like I said, I just had to think about it because I never thought of it in that space. So I just had to think about it.
But of course, there's other things that are more important than sports. But I'm just saying that brings people together, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely.
So